they don't use the concept of states in Canada, it's province, decided that they were not going to remit that money anymore. People thought it was a joke, and the premier suspended that money. It's money that goes to the federal government, but it is because the federal government does not have the right to come and collect taxes. What happens is it is the province's tax system that collects it and remits to the federal government. Saskatchewan said they would not do that, and they withheld it. And they've withheld that money since last year. They said they will not remit that money. They've gone to court, and the province has won. Same thing in Alberta. Alberta has tested some jurisdictional issues that the federal government, they felt is an overreach, that the federal government is overreaching in terms of its demands. And they've gone to court, and the courts have favored the provinces, and the federal government has appealed. Nobody has used any gun to go and arrest anybody. The point I want to bring out is this. We can still be Nigeria and let the component units have some measure of I'm looking for the word, it's not determination that I'm looking for, but self-management. Sorry?
Self-governance, like Scotland.
Exactly. As serious self-governance. Not what we're doing right now is as if a federal government is the father and tells his children what to do. No, that's not what happens in a federal system or in a confederate system. It is that everybody is a co-equal. Actually, the units are stronger than the federal government tactically, internally. They only create that federal government to go and, speak on its behalf on international matters. So the federal government is there to deal with immigration, deal with foreign policy, deal with central economic issues and all those things. But each region, each state takes care of itself, owns its resources. And we could agree to say, okay, to be able to sustain Abuja, please, Zamfara, since you have gold, you will bring 15% of your derivative and give as your own. River State, you bring 15 or 20% or whatever it is we agree. Abia State, whatever, and everybody brings their own. That is why sometimes some provinces can feel if they're not getting a good deal from the federal government in terms of policy, they withhold what they're grieving as a bargaining chip to say, no, since we bring this to the table and you want to kill our oil risk. For instance, Alberta produces oil. And many times Alberta says it is our oil that has made Canada what it is over the years. If you're bringing this climate change policy that is anti-oil, then we'll start withholding the money that we generate from it. You're benefiting from it, and you are coming up with policies that kill the same oil industry. What it means is you don't want this oil money. It becomes a discussion. What is happening in Nigeria is it's not even a country. We just have some overlords, these are modern day Lord Lugards who appear on the scene and are just doing what they like. So I agree with that man. My hope is that the energy will be channeled in the right way. So that I'm for having a Nigeria, but I'm for having a Nigeria where there is equity, where everybody has a sense of belonging, where, if Zamfara says they want to have run the educational system in a particular way, you leave them, because education is actually a provincial matter. No federal government I know runs any university or school in the places where I live. Healthcare, the same thing. But what happens, the federal government says, okay, you know what, we want to have universal healthcare. Any province that wants to get the money we want to give them, if you do X, Y, we will throw in X amount of money for you. Otherwise, healthcare is a provincial issue, and the province says, okay, yeah, this 1 billion they want to give, we like it. We don't seem to have any problem with this policy. We will adopt this federal policy so that we can get this extra dollar. That's the way it works. It's just a give and take. But what I see in Nigeria is not a give and take. So I don't disagree with the man. I just hope things will be done in the right way so that Nigeria can be better.